Viewers, as you know, our constitution allows for conversions. That is, specifically peaceful and uninduced conversions. If there is even the slightest hint of inducement, of force, violence, then that conversion is deemed illicit, illegal. Even if there is a hint, viewers, of ingenuity, deception. These are words. Deception. That conversion is deemed illegal. And so it is, viewers, of conversions done illegally by proselytizers who travel to India as tourists. Yes, as tourists, but end up violating the terms of their visa to carry out conversions by stealth. Now, viewers, what could be the reason for people to come to India as tourists, apply for a tourist visa, carry money that you would spend as a tourist, but end up quietly, secretively going to far-flung regions of this country and start converting? This is not happening in isolation. This has been happening with monotonous regularity. It is happening in an organized way with a finesse that suggests that there are some very powerful forces that plan it, patronize it, fund it. We wouldn't have been aware of this had the Assam government not cracked down and a secret tape recording of their secret conversions not been recorded. In the past few months, nationals from Bangladesh, Germany and Sweden have been deported after it was found that they were carrying out religious meetings and religious activities while on a tourist visa. Now this, viewers, is a Times Now exclusive story, because your channel has accessed visuals of a religious gathering that was conducted by Swedish nationals in the Naharkatia area of Upper Assam. In the local church, they held a gathering called the Fire Conference. Here, these undercover missionaries posing as tourists made speeches with an overtly religious message, extolling the virtues of their faith, inducing individuals to convert. We don't know, viewers, as of now, whether this involved even secret payoffs, but investigations are on to determine that. Personally, one wonders why the Assam police allowed for their deportation. But viewers, all of this happened after the Assam police held these 27 nationals over the past 1 month for the violation, as I told you, of tourist visa norms. All these are foreign nationals who allegedly came to Assam with tourist visas but resorted to proselytizing without necessary missionary visas as per the Assam police. Now, first listen to the messages that were communicated to those that were gathered for the express purpose of converting them. This was happening in a church. Now listen to this, viewers, the message.
And I believe the stunned hands of Jesus will be put on your body and your body will be resurrected. The other things that will be resurrection is your soul. So many people, we are struggling with dark thoughts and heavy thoughts in our minds. Maybe some of you, you're always thinking negatively.
আপনি কিন্তু নেগেটিভ বেয়া চিন্তা বিলাক আপনার হয়
Maybe some of you have trouble sleeping in the night.
বহুত সময় হয়তো আপনাদেরকে রাতে হুয়াতো হয়তো কষ্ট পায়
Maybe some of you even have caught a depression.
বহুত সময় আপনাদেরকে এনেকাও আপনাদেরকে কিছুমান ভুগি আছে যে আপনাদের জীবনত অশান্তি আছে অহার হয়ে আছে
Maybe some of you have strongholds from the devil in your mind.
হয়তো আপনাদের কিছু মানে শয়তানে আপনাদের খুব মনকে বাঁধি রাখিছে ধরে রাখিছে
Maybe you cannot get rid of the thought of poverty.
আর হয়তো আপনাদের যে চিন্তা সেই চিন্তাটো সদায় দুঃখীয় হয়ে থাকাটো এনেকা একেবারে দরিদ্র জীবন হয়ে থাকা এনেকা চিন্তা করে আপনার শয়তানে রাখি থইছে
Maybe your mind is always doubting the word of God.
আর হয়তো আপনাদেরকে এনেকাও বহুতে আছে যে ঈশ্বরের বাইবেল খন্তে করি আপনাদেরকে চায়
Maybe you have lost all the joy.
আর আপনাদেরকে হয়তো বহুতে আপনাদেরকে যে শান্তি আছে সেই শান্তি হয়তো আপনাদেরকে হেরাই থইছে
Maybe some of you have lost the ability to cry.
বহুতে হয়তো আপনাদেরকে এনেকা খুব নিজকে নিজের জীবন সদায় চকু পুয়াই থাকে
All of these things the Lord wants to resurrect in your soul today. Some hands of Jesus will be put on your body and your body will be resurrected. The other things that will be resurrected is your soul. So many people, we are struggling with dark thoughts and heavy thoughts in our mind.
Viewers, this is undoubtedly a religious meeting. As a tourist to this country, you can't convene such a religious convocation and then continue to expound on your views in such an organized manner. It's quite clear from what you have seen from these videos that the Assam police have made available to Times Now that something doesn't meet the eye. As I told you, over the past 1 or 2 months, 27 foreign nationals who have all violated their visa norms and ended up being arrested from churches and madrasas and mosques have been deported, viewers. First, 17 Bangladeshi nationals had come to the remote Bhagmari area under Ginjia police station of Bishwanath district on September 17th and carried out religious activities. On October 27, German nationals were detained and deported from the Golaghat district. The detention of the German nationals comes just a day after 3 Swedish nationals, Marcus, Hannah and Susanna, were deported after paying a fine of $500 each for visa violations. The police is clear. Nobody is above the law and therefore they were prosecuted. Listen in to GP Singh, Special DGP of the state.
After the travel restrictions were lifted post-COVID, we were getting information that some foreign nationals are visiting Assam and participating in religious activities irrespective of the religion, and they are arriving and staying here on tourist visa. Subsequent to that, we had alerted all our field formations, and last month we got information that 17 Bangladesh nationals have come and they have taken part in one interior remote Chor area. And we had very strong evidence, photographic as well as video evidence, indicating that they have been participating in religious activities in some of the interior areas of Dibrugarh and Tinsukia. 3 days back, similar information was received from Karbi Anglong that a group of 7 German nationals have arrived and they are participating in religious congregations in various churches, and information was also available that they have also participated in similar activities in Upper Assam tea garden areas of Dibrugarh and Tinsukia. So they were then detained, and FRRO Golaghat, that is the Superintendent of Police of Golaghat, issued a restraining order to them. Subsequently, they were fined again.
Sir, the bigger question that has come up in terms of the recent bust that the Assam police has made in terms of tourist violation is, are they linked with any sort of missionary activities? Because these people were participating in religious gatherings which is not allowed as per the tourist visa.
The information that we have is that the Swedes had come belonging to a missionary group called Good News is Coming to All, and the German group was associated with the parish called Gosner parish, and they were participating in religious activities, including one healing session that was organized in one of the places.
Now viewers, the law is very clear. You can't, as a tourist, do all of this. Necessary missionary visas have to be taken, but if you were to examine the Ministry of Home Affairs, their own documents also add provisos to those travelling on missionary visas, and let me talk you through them. Rule 87 on eligibility: a missionary visa is granted to a foreigner whose sole objective of visiting India is missionary work not involving proselytization. So, not involving proselytization, viewers. Visa shall not be granted to preachers and evangelists who desire to come to India to propaganda campaigns, whether on their own or at the invitation of any organization in India. Now you heard what the DGP said. Good news is coming to all is one group and the other is Josner Parish, the other group. And we are not even talking about the Bangladeshis, viewers. So I want to basically ask some questions, because the Congress and others today have come out and tried to play all this down. These secret conversion tapes that you're seeing have all been played down, and they've instead linked it to RSS Sanghi, as they called it, propaganda. Now listen to this, viewers, as the goalpost is shifted. Listen to this. This is Manjeet Mahanta, APCC Chairman, Media Cell, and Aminul Islam of the AIUDF.
कि इसको लेके तो बीजेपी का जो हमारा रवैया है, पहले से हम देखा है, बीजेपी का जो एजेंडा है, तो उनका है हिंदुत्ववाद। ये लोग हिंदुत्ववाद का प्रसार के लिए, पोलराइजेशन के लिए, मतलब हिंदू मुसलमान, हिंदू क्रिश्चियन, इसका बाद में दंगा फसाद करने का कोई इरादा तो नहीं है। हम इसलिए डर रहे हैं कि ऐसा अगर होगा तो इसके खिलाफ हम हैं। असम में 2016 से हम देख रहे हैं कि ये न्यूट्रल क्या है, बीजेपी का न्यूट्रलिज्म क्या है, निरपेक्ष क्या है, हम लोग देख रहे हैं, असम का लोग देख रहे हैं, जनता देख रहा है। ये गवर्नमेंट को इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए और क्लियर कट पॉलिसी जो है ना वो डिक्लेयर करना चाहिए।
This issue should not create the religious issue or the polarization issue. Now the Hindutva groups and the BJP government is try to create this issue as a religious issue, and try to turn into a political battle. So ultimately, I'm condemn this issue. This issue should not be the political polarization. If anybody violations our rules of our country, they can take decision. They can take actions according to the law. We don't have nothing to say. But the government or the Hindutva group should not create the political polarizations on it.
It's bizarre. If you, as a political party, condemn this, then you are accused of polarizing. Why would any Indian stand up for this? Because it's a fundamental question. Why would anyone want to whitewash this illegal secret conversion that is going on by another means and another name? I can't understand it, viewers. Let's open this up. Let's ask some questions. Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress. Sir, your party is actually whitewashing this, saying that this is part of some big polarization agenda by the Sangh, by the BJP. So the state acts to uphold the law, and the state is accused of being Sanghi, of polarizing. I mean, where is this coming from? Lokesh sir.
Good evening, Rahul. Good evening, Rahul.
Where in Rome?
There are various aspects.
Where in Rome is this coming from, sir?
This issue. Now, if you look at it from the legal perspective.
No, who is dictating this line?
Clause 1.
Is it Rome? I'm asking you these questions.
Let me answer.
Who's dictating this line?
Please. When you are talking about Article 25, Clause 1, now this article, it guarantees every person, not only the citizen of India. So when you are talking about Article 25, Clause 1, it applies to a foreigner also as well as a citizen also. Now secondly, when these three Swedish nationals, they came about propagating Christianity or whatever religious belief. Yes, if they have violated the visa norms, action must be taken. The police has the right, Ministry of Home Affairs is absolutely right in bringing them to the law of the land. But the larger question is, isn't this issue being politicized? Look at the tea workers. After they were detained, they were arrested and they were produced at the local courts. All the locals, they came outside the administration. They protested. They protested that these three should not have been detained. The point is, all these tea workers, they have been exploited. They are being marginalized by the state government's apathy. And it is this particular ground that is being exploited by propagators and so-called people from another faith, and they get carried away. The state administration, rather than holding only the propagation responsible, must also look into the factors that are causing conversions. So it is just not
now,
simply
viewers,
some
okay,
form of a
okay. So,
religious
Lokesh Jindal, the
polarization.
factors that are causing the conversion, driving Indians into the hands of foreign missionaries who are somehow too embarrassed to convert people to their own faith by proclaiming themselves as missionaries but masquerade as tourists. I mean, this is laughable. But remember, viewers, let me get into some hard facts. Lokesh Jindal has a very short memory, and it's been proven time and again, viewers. It's the Congress that brought anti-conversion laws first. I think the Congress has forgotten this. So I want to ask, no, 1 minute now, Mr. Jindal, Mr. Jindal. Now relax. I never interrupted you. I asked you my question. You didn't allow me to ask my question. You kept interrupting me. Now at least let me set the record straight and remind you of your own history, which you might have forgotten. It was the Congress that first brought anti-conversion laws. And the Supreme Court, in this case, viewers, Reverend Stanislaus versus State of Madhya Pradesh, 1977. And Sai Deepak is nodding his head because he knows the law, viewers. He's the only person here who comes prepared and informed. I don't know. Lokesh Jindal, you might be a tourist masquerading as a lawyer.
I could speak.
I don't know. But Sai Deepak is not. Sai Deepak is not. So I want to ask you fundamentally, and you answer this before I open this up. If you're a tourist masquerading as a lawyer, at least do me the favor, sir, of reading at least one chapter of your own history before you show up. Why did the Congress create the conditions for conversions and then pass an anti-conversion law to prevent them? This is a question today you are framing and asking the BJP. Will you admit that there were conditions back then also that made you do it?
See, when you're talking about propagation...
Or at that time, sir, was Rome's influence less over your party?
No, there's a huge difference between propagation and conversion. That is what the Stanislaus case deals with. In the Stanislaus case, the Supreme Court clearly brought about the distinction between propagation and conversion. Any form of conversion is considered illegal, whether it is violent or it is non-violent. Any form of conversion, whether it is via inducement or any form, is illegal. The Supreme Court did not draw any distinction between a violent conversion.
Sir, do not mislead.
But
please do not mislead. I want to read out of this judgment. It has to be remembered that Article 25(1) guarantees freedom of conscience to every citizen and not merely to the followers of one particular religion, and that in turn postulates that there is no fundamental right to convert another person to one's religion, because if a person purposely undertakes the conversion of another person to his religion as distinguished from his effort to transmit or spread the tenets of his religion, that would impinge on the freedom of conscience guaranteed to all citizens of the country alike. That tells you, viewers, simply that you cannot impinge on another person's freedom of conscience in the name of propagating your own faith. Sai Deepak, am I right or am I wrong? Am I reading the book backwards? And I'm talking about the Constitution, not the Bible.
So, there are 2 points. First is, I would agree with Mr. Jindal on the point that the judgment is about the right to convert. But to say that that judgment has got nothing to do with the issue here, I'm sorry to say, is misread it. The central question was that a missionary challenged 2 legislations, Madhya Pradesh as well as Odisha legislations, both of which were actually brought into force by the Congress government at that point in time, against conversions. And he basically argued that the existence of anti-conversion legislations themselves violate Articles 25 and his rights to convert. Therefore, it was the Supreme Court which had to say, right to propagate does not mean that you have the fundamental right to convert people, and on that ground, the court upheld the validity of these legislations. Secondly, please note that there are multiple judgments which also note the fact that no person, including within Bharat, has the free right to travel across the length and breadth of the country in violation of certain restrictions. So, for instance, even if you happen to be a citizen of this country, your access to certain territories which are tribal areas and whatnot are limited by the law. The Supreme Court has therefore said that if these kind of restrictions apply with respect to citizens of Bharat, foreigners cannot claim better right than citizens when it comes to ingress and egress. So there are two aspects to this. One, where you can go. Two, what can you come for? And three, how you're not expected to violate what you've come here for on a stated legal document. So here there are three violations. Someone comes, rather two violations at the very least. Someone comes here making a particular statement that he comes here for tourism, violates that particular covenant with the Indian state, chooses to actually convert, and most importantly, he now behaves as if he has the fundamental right to convert because he is apparently a person within the meaning of Article 25. All of this is completely a misreading of the law. And let me also make this point. Why shouldn't this issue be politicized? Let's take the bull by its horns. Religion ultimately has become political thanks to minority appeasement in this particular country. That's been the tradition of the Congress. That's been the legacy of the Congress to this particular country. You have given this by way of virasat to this particular country. Why shouldn't we speak of certain instances where native faith systems are continuously under assault? Why shouldn't we talk of it? I'm sure Mr. Vivek Srivastava has a couple of things to say against Brahmins because that's his favorite, his favorite whipping boys. He will start about caste. He will say Hindus are all about caste. It's about Brahmins. These people are converting only because...
Can I reply to this?
Absolutely. That's the standard argument from these communists in the Congress. They have no real arguments whatsoever. So today you will have these people, these white foreign Christians, they will make these arguments to defend the white foreigners.
Only Sai Deepak speaks, yes. Yes.
Both these gentlemen are going to make arguments defending white foreign Christians and how they are living by the Indian constitution and that they have the sacrosanct right to convert Indians. That's the argument that's going to be presented. Please wait and watch and see if this does not happen. The caste bogey will be raised by both these gentlemen. Mr. Vivek Srivastava will make this point. Take it from him.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to fall for the bait of bringing in Vivek Srivastava, who's itching to jump into this debate, or Lokesh Jindal, because Lokesh Jindal is, of course, exposed himself. I want to, and I'm only speaking metaphorically, so don't take me seriously. Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of the initial opening remarks of Mr. Lokesh Jindal? And of course, Sai Deepak has put it in a larger legal context. Rahul Ishwar is also there with us. But I want to come to you first. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan.
Good evening, Rahul. Look, I cannot understand how a man can change the religion of his forefathers at the insistence of another. If I had the power and could legislate, I would certainly stop all proselytizing or conversion. Absolutely. Now, can I please ask, before I put forth my other 3 or 4 points, can I please ask Mr. Jindal if he agrees with what I have just said, yes or no?
No, since if you look at history, Dr. Ranganathan,
it was a yes and no thing. You don't agree with me.
No, let me. It is the
do you agree or do you not?
That have enabled all forms of conversion. It was never
this is the problem.
The sword.
A yes and no question is being answered with a thesis. Do you agree with me or do you not? Just say yes or no.
I'm not agreeing with you.
He doesn't agree with you. Okay, Dr. Ranganathan, go to the second part. Mr. Jindal, listen now.
Can I continue now? Just fade him out.
Change the religious...
Like his fledgling career. Now, please. Now, Rahul, the congressman doesn't agree with me. Let me repeat what I just said. Verbatim. I cannot understand how a man can change the religion of his forefathers at the insistence of another. If I had the power and could legislate, I would certainly stop all proselytizing or conversion. Do you know who said this? Not me. Mahatma Gandhi, 33-100, 61-46. And the congressman disagrees with this. But leave aside the hypocrisy. I want to make very quickly 3 or 4 points. Number one, let us not even, go to Mahatma Gandhi. Let us look at what Rabindranath Tagore said. And let's be honest, as Desai has said, we have to be politically incorrect if we have to take the bull by the horns. And this is what not me again, but Gurudev said. There are only two religions on this earth that are determined to destroy all other religions, and those two religions are Christianity and Islam. This is what Gurudev said. The point I'm making is I do not agree with Mahatma Gandhi. I am for proselytizing. I am for even conversion, because I look at it, religion is an idea, and if you put forth that idea, you are within your rights to convert someone else to that idea. For example, I can preach atheism. I can preach some other things, and I would encourage others to become atheists. The point is illegal conversion. The point is coercion. The point is inducement. And can I just slightly correct you? The problem that the Indian law Supreme Court or others are against is not conversion. Even that Madhya Pradesh bill was not against conversion. It was, if you look at the acts of that, and I have before coming here, it was against illegal induced conversion. The problem now is that there is a very thin line between what is inducement and what is not, and all those preachers, I am sorry, they have snorted it. For example, you've seen in Punjab what is happening. Vast swathes, millions of people have been converted. Why? Because they induce this kind of fear in them. And all those curing, sudden curings, miracle cures. You've seen all those horrible videos. You know the result of that? That there are now 8 states in India. India is supposed to be a Hindu Rashtra, there are Hindu minorities. In Northeast, 7 states, out of that 5, if I'm not mistaken, are Hindu minority states.
Yeah.
The issue right now that we have to deal with is that it is not, the problem is not someone belonging to another religion. As long as one loves India, it shouldn't matter. But the issue is, sorry for the pun, the new converts, the newly converted, they are more Catholic than the Pope, and they begin to despise the Indian constitution and Indian laws, and they begin to be servants and servants of the religion that they have now taken up. Philippines has faced that problem. There is a population explosion because they are not using contraceptive methods. Abortion has been made illegal. All those things, homosexuality will be condemned. And finally, let me tell you, just 30 seconds. I was told this this Sunday by a gentleman, I forget his name, I think his name was Ram. Rahul, just 10 seconds. Did you know in the 1960s, you're talking of Hindu Rashtra, Hindu majority. According to the Nehru-Elwin Pact, Hindu sadhus were barred to visit Nagaland. ये Hindu Rashtra में हो रहा था.
Viewers, just small point of disagreement with you, Dr. Ranganathan, on the fact that when people convert, the new converts don't find themselves favorably disposed to this land. I think that perhaps that is a generalization too far, but I understand the point that you're trying to make, which is the larger point that you are more, of course, loyal to your own tenets than even the Pope. That's what you're trying to say, and you will perhaps follow them, and that's perhaps natural. But viewers, let's get back to the point. Yes, Mr. Jindal, I'm coming back to you because I want to ask you this question, and I know you are itching to answer me. Yesterday, a gentleman, you said, why are these people converting? Why are they dropping out of the Hindu faith and itching to convert? Because, sir, and tell me, one second, and sir, one second, and sir, look at Jindal, it's simply this, that you have your own colleagues who say that Hindu is a dirty word.
Yeah, exactly.
So gandi hoti hai. In Hindi he said, and I'll play it out to you, if you are going to tell, if the Congress party, the responsible Congress party that is in every taluka of this country, now begins to stand for this, then viewers, I don't know who is spreading the propaganda, who is polarizing, who is propagating, who is proselytizing, I don't know. But you listen to this. This could be one of those Swedes or Germans saying that you are dirty because the word Hindu is dirty. Convert to us, cleanse your soul. All that was remained to be said was that. You listen to this. This is the Congress's state chief of Karnataka, no small underling of the party. He might be underling of the Gandhis, but certainly not of the party. Listen to this.
हिंदू शब्द कहाँ से आ गया? ये हमारा है? पर्शियन का है? पर्शियन का है? ईरान, इराक, कजाकिस्तान, उज्बेकिस्तान, फिर भारत का उधर का क्या संबंध है? फिर आपका कैसा होगा ये हिंदू? फिर आपको इतने उसको ऊपर बिठा के क्यों आप जा रहे हैं? आपका नहीं है वो शब्द। फिर उसका मीनिंग आपको समझ में आ गया तो आपके अब शर्म आ जाएंगे। हिंदू का जो मीनिंग है वो बहुत गंदी है।
If you understand the meaning of the term Hindu, you will be ashamed because the meaning is dirty. Lokesh Jindal, when you have people
Rahul,
in your party with this mentality, why blame anyone else?
Party has already condemned it. But
No, who's condemned it? Has he been divested? No, one second. No, one second. No, you stop right there. You stop right there, Lokesh Jindal. Let me come back to you. Do you believe that if you find these words condemnable, this man should still remain in your party? Simple question, Mr. Jindal.
First of all,
shaming Hindus is okay.
Why didn't the state government file an FIR? If it is condemnable, it is Karnataka government which is in power. If it is so much condemnable, why isn't the state government taking action?
Mr. Jindal, you have already said that the BJP plays politics. So forget the BJP right now. I'm asking about you. You find it condemnable, yes or no?
Dilip Ghosh, he questioned the ancestry of Lord
Mr. Jindal,
what about that?
Mr. Jindal,
no,
do you find this condemnable, yes or no?
Beyond politics, Hindus have become
it is unfortunate. It should not.
It is unfortunate. It should not have been said. So will you,
yes,
Rahul Ishwar,
Congress has.
I'm going to bring you into counter, Mr. Jindal. I'm only asking you, sir, should a person with this mindset remain a part of the Congress party? It's a simple question, yes or no. Just simple. Forget about the BJP right now. I'm talking about the party, the Congress, its own moral standards. Does this measure up to the moral standards of the Congress? Yes or no? And if it doesn't, why is he still a member?
See, first of all, in which context he said this entire context has to be
Up context.
And the party has to take a stand. He must be given a chance so as to clear it.
आपने नुपुर शर्मा से context पूछा था, sir?
नहीं तो बंसीधर भगत
आपने नुपुर शर्मा से context पूछा था? आपने your own namesake Mr. Jindal से context पूछा था? आप नहीं पूछते.
हनुमान को मुसलमान
आपने कभी नहीं आपने कभी I'm asking you, sir, did you ask for the context, Mr. Jindal? I don't want to shout over you, sir.
No, please answer my question.
Rahul Shivshankar, just one submission.
Exterminated from BJP.
The views of
Okay.
Vivek Srivastava.
Just one
I'll bring him
submission.
to. Let's.
Srivastava look more respectful.
Yeah, well, I'll bring him in. Don't worry. Vivek
Just one
Srivastava is a
submission.
committed Hindu.
Rahul
I know.
is very scared
1 minute.
to bring
Let me bring in Rahul Ishwar. Quick response to Mr. Jindal. Yes.
He's very scared to
Yeah,
bring him.
Rahulji, just two submissions. I love and admire Dr. Anandji more because he beautifully quoted Mahatma Gandhi. And let me quote one more line from Mahatma Gandhi. No propaganda can be allowed which abuses and reviles other religions, for that would be negation of toleration. Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, said. As he rightly said, Mahatma Gandhi wanted an anti-forced conversion law nearly 8 decades ago. But even right now, there are people who go on indirectly supporting conversion in a big way. And let me be very honest. See, I'm a proud Hindu activist. But I was a member of, youth wing of Young Men Christian Organization. I have one of the largest Jesus Christ pictures in my house. But this is not about Christianity. This is about churchianity. This is about conversionism. This is about indirect imperialism. By psychologically imposing their faith and deracinating Hindus, de-Hinduizing our community. And we all know it is heavily funded. There are projects like Joshua projects. There are projects which abuses our other religions. So it is a socio-political and cultural imperialism from the West. Can I just conclude? So please remember, such forced conversions are against pluralism, against secularism, against tolerance, against Indian constitution. But our left liberal friends cleverly keep some kind of a subtle silence because they believe if these people are converting Hindus, that much less Hindus are there. That much less Hinduism will be there in India. So this is a dubious mindset of our left liberals. I hope that will be countered and these kind of funded conversionism should be fought.
Let me ask.
Christianity, mainstream Christianity is against these people. They have been here for the past 2,000 years. But the forced conversion is a serious issue. That's a socio-cultural issue.
Mohibur Rahman. One second, Mr. Jindal, I'll have to silence you. There is a colleague of yours also. Give him some time. His name is Mohibur Rahman. He is the APCC, Andhra Pradesh, Assam Pradesh Assam Pradesh Congress Committee. Assam Pradesh Congress Committee spokesperson, Mohibur Rahman. Very learned man. Now, Mr. Mohibur Rahman, Dr. Ranganathan pointed out how Mahatma Gandhi was against conversions, proselytization. I hope you believe in what Mahatma Gandhi said, or are you also a neo-convert like Lokesh Jindal to conversion and the righteousness of conversion? Mohibur Rahman, do you accept conversions per se, yes or no? Do you believe that we should have open conversions?
So what we believe as congressmen is our constitution. Whatever it says, if it says that forced conversion is not permissible, then it's not permissible. So we follow that. But yeah.
What do you believe?
Yeah, that's what we believe. That's what we believe. Forced conversion should not be there, not through allurement.
But conversions are okay.
Conversion, yeah. If I want to convert, if I suppose I'm a Muslim today, if I like Hinduism, I can convert to Hindu. So nobody should protest against that.
Punishment is
so that's my view. And moreover, the thing is, it's not that nine of our states, as far as I know, has that anti-conversion law. In Assam, we have BJP government, and in center also we have BJP government. So how come these people, we have 27 arrests in around 1 month. So how come these people are coming in the country and doing all this? Most probably there are a lot more things of this sort are going on in our Assam. So I think government should be questioned on this. There should be an inquiry why government is not taking action on this. Conversion, if someone is willing to convert, fine.
1 second, Mr. Rahman.
Yes.
Now 1 second.
Yes.
I just want to ask you a simple question. Why resort to covert means when conversion is not the aim? Do you believe that this is not some RSS conspiracy, as Lokesh Jindal and some others from your party have suggested today, and that this is a bona fide attempt to attack the Hindu faith? Simple. Yes, no.
No, what is worrying and alarming is why, if there is BJP government at a state as well as at center, these things are happening. So BJP has been here for more than 6-7 years now in Assam, at a center around 8-9 years. So why this is happening now? That is the bigger question. So why people are even coming on visas? And
you mean to say it's never happened before?
Doing all this.
You mean to say it's never happened before? Should I now read out a list of when it has happened before, Mr. Rahman?
No, it might have happened. Might have happened.
No,
but
I'm not understanding. Do you today condemn? Very simple. I'm only asking you a simple question. Your fellow congressman who suggested that this is not happening, and I'm talking about Manjeet Mahanta. You heard him. He said this is all RSS Sanghi propaganda. Do you condemn this, first of all?
No, he didn't say that it was not happening.
Should I play it?
Whatever law...
Should I play it? Should I play? Should I play?
Yeah,
should I replay the bite?
Yeah, I can play.
Would you like to listen? What he has said very clearly, viewers, is the following. That this is part of a propaganda that is being spread to polarize by the BJP. Now, hang on. Let me just play it out. No. I'm playing it out, Manjeet Mahanta. Listen to this. Listen to this. You listen to it. Listen. Play it out.
कि इसको लेके तो बीजेपी का जो हमारा रवैया है, पहले से हम देखा है, बीजेपी का जो एजेंडा है, तो उनका है हिंदुत्ववाद. ये लोग हिंदुत्ववाद का प्रसार के लिए, पोलराइजेशन के लिए, मतलब हिंदू मुसलमान, हिंदू क्रिश्चियन, इसका बाद में दंगा फसाद करने का कोई इरादा तो नहीं है. हम इसलिए डर रहे हैं कि ऐसा अगर होगा तो इसके खिलाफ हम हैं. असम में 2016 से हम देख रहे हैं कि ये न्यूट्रल क्या है, बीजेपी का न्यूट्रलिज्म क्या है, निरपेक्ष क्या है, हम लोग देख रहे हैं, असम का लोग देख रहे हैं, जनता देख रहा है. ये गवर्नमेंट को इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए और क्लियर कट पॉलिसी जो है ना वो डिक्लेयर करना चाहिए.
Because you heard it very clearly. Is this, he asked rhetorically, a possibility? Is this, one second, this crackdown, is this part of a larger plot to spark riots and to spread their Hindutva propaganda? That's his open and shut question. He's asking it. It's a rhetorical question. Everyone has heard it. I'm only asking you, are you once again trying to whitewash this secret conversion by changing the goalposts? It's a very simple question, Mantasa.
So the thing is, conversions have been happening in India, but the law strictly says that forceful or eludement
why aren't you answering the question I'm asking you? Your own colleague is saying that this is part of an attempt to spark riots, create disaffection, and propagate Hindutva. Do you agree with this, yes or no?
No, he did say it. He didn't say it. He just questioned it.
That's what I'm saying. He's rhetorically asking. Do you think that is a probability?
Since BJP have been.
Okay.
Since BJP
so viewers,
have been
once again, the goalposts are being changed.
BJP have been using.
Okay. So these people come from abroad. When they are caught, then viewers, we are told by the Congress that this is once again a BJP conspiracy to spark riots. Very quickly, Dr. Ranganathan, very quickly, you wanted to make a point when Mr. Rahman was speaking. Yes.
No, it's as I said, Rahul, and first of all, I did, let me slightly correct you. I mean, you were right. The point I was trying to make is that when somebody converts or becomes religious, whatever the religion may be, there are demands of that religion. For example, the religion will force you to appreciate the global brotherhood more than the nation. This is what Ambedkar said. I didn't say this. These are words of Ambedkar that in fact you quoted yesterday. So, and those are facts. So, and you know, the people, the places, Naipaul has written 2 amazing books on this, Beyond Belief and Among the Believers. The newly converted are, as I said, more Catholic than the Pope, and they will try and not follow what the Indian laws dictate, and they will go over and above that. Now, the 2 spokesperson, the previous panelist, he said he's not against conversion. But can I ask him, is he against homosexuality? Because his religion says you cannot be a homosexual. Is he against, for example, a whole lot of other things that the women have to wear something over their heads? Is he against the fact that the women will be given only half of the inheritance that the males are? So these are religious diktats. If he is true to his religion, he has to follow that. It is as simple as that. And what slowly is happening, the indigenous cultures of India, the indigenous civilization is being slowly wiped out. That is the issue. The issue is not that people from different religions, they love India.
Okay.
The issue is they bring in something which is alien to India.
Well, viewers, let me tell you. If I want to take off from where Dr. Ranganathan has ended, then I have to draw your attention. If we are talking about an assault, a naked assault on indigenous cultures, then I have to draw your attention to another Times Now exclusive story, and this is going to shock you, viewers. I am going to move on to the next story, because viewers